Ladies and gentlemen, 2023 Ecovacs strategic product release is about to start. Please take your seat and switch your cell phone to vibration or silent mode. Let's welcome Vice Chairman of Ecovacs Group and the CEO of Ecovacs Robotics, David Chen. Friends of Ecovacs Robotics, it's been a long time. Good evening. Welcome to the Ecovacs 2023 Strategic Product Release. I'm very happy to finally meet again with everyone in such a release. In last year's release, our robotic products went from indoors to outdoors, from home use to commercial use. I believe we let everybody to get acquainted to the Ecovacs robotics that always breaks the boundary and refreshes its mission. Today, in Art West Bund, in Shanghai, Ecovacs will bring you a brand new generation of product and tech innovation and unveil the new chapter of domestic service robots. This year is the 25th anniversary of Ecovacs Group. Looking back at the past 25 years, we always closely followed with the times and always made breakthroughs. We kept our foot on the ground and kept exploring and innovating. We always truthfully answer to the demand of the consumers, and we try to solve the tiniest pain point of the users. Undoubtedly, we created generations and generations of product that can change the life, lead, and drive the industry. Last year, we announced Goat G1. That announced our shift from the home indoors scenario to the outdoors garden scenario. Starting from the launch of March this year for Goat G1, our product was widely praised by the review institutions and also got the #1 score in lawn mower category on the German media platform. Thank you. And apart from the score, what made us even happier is that it's not just professional media. For Ecovacs, more importantly, consumers really favored Goat G1. On the internet, a spontaneous vote by the fans demonstrated that about 90% of the users are highly satisfied with our innovation of products. The success of Goat is proof that we have used that what we long accumulated in indoor robotics, for example, the positioning, the navigation, obstacle avoidance, and we shifted that to the outdoors. For the robot, we don't need to set the boundaries. It has very accurate path planning. For the small obstacles like hedgehogs on the ground, it can avoid them very effectively. The thoughtful functions are because of our deep insight on the user pain point. And because of that, we got the approval and love from the consumers, and we became more motivated to promote better and a full series of domestic service robots. As the leader of the domestic service robot industry, we are happy to see healthy competition. And we are even happier to bring the cutting-edge thinking and the new trend for the consumers, the category, and the industry. So today, we will bring us 3 home, indoors, full scenario, and multifaceted strategic new product. First, let's focus our eyes on what everybody is familiar with, the domestic floor cleaning. In September 2021, we established Debot X1 series, which led the industry into a new era. Function, intelligence, and interaction improved 3.0 era of sweeping bot. And for the first time, the consumers experienced the all-in-one Omni Station, the Eco Voice Assistant, and 3D map, and the new product design concepts. And that boosted our category into a rapid growth. Debot X1 is now chosen by more than 1 million households worldwide, which became the top product that drives the momentum in consumption and the industry upgrade. According to the industry data, in the first half of the year, Ecovacs has become the market share #1 in world sweeping bot. Thank you. Therefore, as the top player in the market, we always iterated our technology and product and safeguarded the highland of the industry. And we believe that all of the brands involved should prioritize the user experience and iterate the technology and develop their own products. But regretfully, we discovered that while Ecovacs is busy innovating, there are some companies in the industry are blatantly making copycats. By patent infringement, they are following us to do the Me Too products. They are building the fake innovation. So in recent years, we regretfully saw that the industry was not having a very good momentum. We believe that the copiers are consuming the human resource, brain power, and other resources and broke the ecosystem. Truth be told, the copied products can only be similar in shape. There's no user experience. There is no innovation. Ecovacs has journeyed for 25 years. We always sought innovation, and we sought the healthy enterprise development. For outstanding competitors and their product innovation, we pay our respect. But for the villains in the industry, that don't bring value but only chaos, we will not accept that. We resist them firmly and we will definitely safeguard our rights. I believe that all of the people here and also the users in front of the screen and our partners have very sharp eyes. And we expect to build better industry with everyone in the future. So today, Ecovacs wants to lead the industry to go back to the essence of the product and technology. So for consumers, what is their core demand for the sweeping bot? Actually, the answer is simple. They expect stronger cleaning capability, more intelligence to adapt to the environment, and more convenience in operation. And we believe that Ecovacs will open up the development path for the next 3 years for the industry. And I believe that everybody can see that there is more potential to sweeping bot. Now, please allow me to introduce the long-expected brand new Ecovacs sweeping bot, Debot X2. So dear friends watching on site and from home, this is the first new product in this release, the Ecovacs Square Shape Debot flagship. It is very beautiful, and I believe that the first reaction is always this: Debot is now a square. So actually, this is the biggest upgrade since we got into the industry. So now let's talk about why it is a square. As we all know, circular shape is definitely the mainstream of the sweeping bot in the world. And what we saw are always circle rather than others. Why? Because for more than 20 years, circular shape is the choice, is because that in the early stage of the industry, the sensory system, for example, the core sensors, the algorithms, and AI capabilities were pretty weak in the early stage. So back then, the bots can hardly do the global planning and also the environment reproduction and finish the cleaning objective with high efficiency. With a blind sweeping bot in a real home environment, circular shape is very flexible. So that was why people adhered to the mature shape and technical structure of circular shape.
So what we did in the past was evolving around the round shape to conduct intelligence and functional upgrade, but for a mature form factor and most commonly used structure doesn't mean it's the best. Although evolving around the round shape, Ecovacs and industry continuously promote the upgrade of the smart intelligence experience. But consumers focus more on the actual cleaning experience, which includes whether the machine can be thinner so that it can go to lower space, whether the edge cleaning can have better coverage, whether it can have better suction power, and whether it can have better mopping coverage. Evolving around these issues, Ecovacs plan to redesign the software and hardware structure on X2, which will make it a more powerful sweeping bot. First of all, we are going to talk about when the robots want to go to lower space, we have to reduce the total height of the robot. But when sweeping bot upgrade from gyroscopic inertial navigation system to lidar navigation system, it is doing a complete planning with a lidar module, which is normally 2 to 3 centimeters higher than the machine, so that it can have 360-degree scanning, so that it can have the map to navigate during its cleaning. But this protruding structure has also made most of the sweeping bots on the market to be higher than 10 centimeters. That becomes the biggest obstacle for it to go to low spaces. But for those furniture which needs to have cleaning at the bottom, a lot of them have a space which is lower than 10 centimeters. So obviously, that will be a neglected part during the floor sweeping. Actually, in the early stages, there were some ultra-thin sweeping bots, but they have to sacrifice navigation or obstacle avoidance effect just for thinness. But how can we ensure we can maintain the smartness, but also it can have access to a lower space? That is the topic we want to research. We want to find a perfect alternative solution to replace the protruding part at the top. But we know for that module, either LDS or DTOF, they all fall into the category of rotating mechanical lidar, which cannot be installed on other parts of the machine. So, because of this, our R&D team compared different technology and proposals. We decided to develop our own sensors, which not only can fit into the machine to reduce the total height, it can also avoid dust entering the sensor, as well as shortening lifespan because of long-term use of the motor. So for the brand new Debot X2 is using this integrated, modularized, and more compact semi-solid-state lidar design we invented. We call this dual laser lidar, which is a composite laser sensor of dual transmitter dual receiver system with doubled field of view. It has achieved 210 degrees angles of view. It can have more than 20,000 hertz ultra-high sampling frequency, so it can respond faster. It can be 24 times of the traditional LDS in terms of detecting small objects, and also doubled what can be achieved with DTOF. So with this sensor and the algorithm, we can ensure the smaller sensor can fit into the sweeping bot. It can reduce its total height and also enhance its global planning capacity. We can also extend its durability. It has IP5X dust-proof closed design. It can prevent dust from entering the module. It is more stable, more reliable, and more durable. After we have chosen this alternative plan, the next step is, where do we need to put it on the machine? First of all, we need to know the major task of such a sensor module is to help the sweeping bot to localize itself in the home environment. If you have used sweeping bots, maybe you would think the lidar that used to work by rotating 360 degrees, if we're going to replace that with semi-solid-state lidar on one side, is it possible for it to detect the domestic information? Actually, there are two status of the sweeping bots. One is it is in the middle of the house with single-sided sensor. In combination with its own position adjustment, it can have comprehensive environment scanning. On the other state, that is when the robot is at edge of the walls doing edge cleaning. So according to the characteristics of the sweeping bot, which is working at the right side, we only need to get the information from the front and the left side to localize itself. So how can we use dual laser LiDAR for Debot X2? We have decided to put the sensor at the left top part of the machine, which will be the best practice for the industry. We have also applied for patent for this. Although we have found its right place for dual laser LiDAR, but this position means we need to install that on the bumper. Because of the structural design of the traditional bumper, when the stability of the moving parts is not consistent, it will impact the sensing precision of the sensor. That's why we need to redesign the bumper. After a lot of tests and correction, we have finalized the technical plan of end-phase bearing to take flexibility and stability into consideration. So the bumper can have bumping sensing, but also it will not have vertical movement, and it will not impact the consistency of the LiDAR transmitting service level. Because this has a dual transmitter and dual receiver, that's why it has very high requirement for the verticality, parallelism, and stability of both sets of the laser. That gives some challenge to our design capacity and manufacturability. Ultimately, we have put this more powerful LiDAR module into the machine, creating the integrated sweeping bot with a total height of 95 millimeters, which is the thinnest in the industry. Such ultra-thin design make it to have access to low spaces so that it can increase its cleaning coverage, but also it can maintain its strong global planning and localization capability. We believe for such innovation, which starts from products, from the consumer needs, it combines with optics and algorithm transformation. We also need to ensure the quality of our delivery. Only an enterprise like Ecovacs that has both research and manufacturing can achieve such results. In addition to the sensor and the total form factor redesign, we have also significantly improved the key cleaning performance of the sweeping bots. Let me introduce that to you. First, let's talk about the edge cleaning. Actually, one of the biggest complaints for the consumers for the current sweeping bots are there's insufficient edge cleaning of round-shaped sweeping bots, because for the corners between the walls and the furniture usually will accumulate a lot of dust. But when a round-shaped machine meets a right-angled corner, it cannot fit very well. When it goes to the edge, because of the intrinsic constraints of the round shape, it cannot have perfect edge cleaning. That's why the cleaning of the edges and corners have always been a pain point for the industry. So we believe in order to solve the problem of edge cleaning, we need to jump out of the box. Our choice is, as what you can see now, that is making sweeping bots from round to square. So the right angle will be aligned with the right angle so that we can reach the edges. First of all, the body of the X2, compared with the former rounded shape, it has 4 more corners. Because of this additional increase, we can have brand new design of the total space. Let's focus on the right top corner. The side brush is arranged at this place, which make it not necessary to increase the brush length and can reach the farthest corner of the floor. It can also avoid the dead angle at right angle corners. Because of our design change, we can improve our coverage to 99.77%, which has significantly solved the problem of edge cleaning. Second, because The front part of the machine has become wider, and also we have moved the navigation module away, which used to be protruding at the top of the machine, so that we can utilize the space. We have moved the main brush, which is normally in the middle of the driving wheel, and put that forward. This new space is big enough, and the main brush is also extended to unprecedented 20 centimeters. We should say this is the longest main brush for all sweeping bots on the market. We have also combined with upgraded 8,000 part suction power, so the cleaning efficiency is enhanced by another 20%. Thank you. In addition to the side brush and main brush, the additional space of square-shaped machine, so that the driving wheel of X2 can be extended. The mop plate will no longer worry about friction of the driving wheel, so that it can be further optimized. For the brand new X2, have shortened the gap between the wall corner and the mop plate, which has gone from 5.5 centimeters to 3 centimeters. So it has increased the sweeping and mopping coverage by 11.6%. Let's look at this picture. This is the old round-shaped sweeping bot with an area of 953 square centimeters. When we look at the new machine, it is a rounded rectangle of 1,041 square centimeters. By this comparison, we can clearly see the machine has more space, but the width has become narrower compared with former 36.2 centimeters. The width of X2 is only 32 centimeters, which is the thinnest in the industry. That also shows it can have access to more narrow spaces. In addition to this, although it becomes slimmer, but we have significantly improved the internal structure of the machine, so the dust box space has increased by 14%. The water tank capacity has increased by 125%. So the sweeping bots will have more complete and efficient experience for each cycle. And also, although in the beginning I've said the total height has reduced, but we have also made the elevation height of the mopping module to increase from 9 millimeter to 15 millimeter, which is definitely the highest record for elevation solutions on the market. So, through my introduction, we can see X2 is a completely redesigned new product. And also in terms of the arrangement and design of the total structure, it has also enhanced the accessibility for lower and narrow spaces, cleaning coverage of unit area, stronger vacuum cleaning and sweeping capability, and also enhance the experience. I'm sure Ecovacs, as one of the brands which has the longest history in the industry, we never compromise with our cleaning capability, and we are going to enhance the cleaning capacity once again with X2.
So, apart from the square shape and the cleaning capability improvement brought by it, the other important aspect of sweeping bot is its intelligence level, which is also a big aspect impacting on the user experience. It decided whether the sweeping bot can traverse very effectively and freely in the complex and dynamic home environment. So, in the square shape, the further core improvement is to have more accurate positioning and more nimble path planning. First, in positioning capability, the high frame rate dual laser LiDAR loaded on Debot X2, plus the bundle constraint algorithm enable it to have a highly completed environment map, and the positioning accuracy is improved from 5 to 3 centimeters with an improvement of 40%, which is the highest in history in our brand. And you can take a look at this. So this is the same home environment, the raw map generated by X1 and X2. You can try to find it, and you can see that the X2 recognized walls are straighter with smaller errors. So when the bot is running at home, we can feel that when we call the bot to a certain area, it can reach there more accurately. And during the movement, the actions are smoother, and we can reduce a lot of hesitations and turnings. And also, while realizing the accurate positioning, another deciding factor on whether the robot can traverse very effectively in the complex home environment is path planning capability, because in the home there's not only the static wall and furniture, but also the moving human paths, doors, and occasionally fallen objects. So the sweeping bot, when they are planning for the path with traditional algorithm, they need to rely on the established map and plan the map or path in advance. And when the designated path is blocked, for example, the path comes and checks out what the bot is doing, so the bot needs to do the local or global planning again. And normally it's very time consuming, sometimes it can cause hesitation or stucking. So when faced with the ever-changing and various home environment, what Ecovacs thought was that we need to use better and newer technology to deal with them. And then we introduced AI into the robots. So if you are familiar with Ecovacs, you know that we are one of the earliest explorers. We continuously use AI to enable robots, and we have been exploring for many years. As early as 2018, we already deployed deep learning and enhanced learning, the two AI technical roadmaps. First of all, for deep learning, in the sweeping bot graphic recognition, the implementation is reflected in the 2019 launched our own patented IV Debot product. And then, with the combination of structured light and camera, we trained better deep learning model and helped sweeping bot further enhance its capability of object recognition, accuracy, and obstacle avoidance. And in 2021, the IV 3D tech-enabled X1 is the first implementation. On the other hand, we continuously invested in enhanced learning. So let me give you some knowledge dissemination. Enhanced learning is a kind of machine learning algorithm so that the robot can get experience from testing errors and then continuously improve the decision-making capability and improve the work performance. So when it comes to sweeping bot, it can help the sweeping bot improve its decision-making capability and adaptability so that it can more effectively and flexibly conduct path planning, dynamic adjustment, and finish the mission. And on X2, we are using the AI deep learning and enhanced learning dually enhanced Ecovacs INA model. X2, with this INA model, when it gets the information from the sensors, it can directly act and save the step of the intermediary algorithm chain and reduce the reliance on the map. And based on the real-time environment, it can dynamically adjust its path and improve the cleaning efficiency, which is the biggest advantage of INA. And when it comes to the home environment, there are two direct benefits. First, when robots are in complex areas with a lot of chairs and tables, it can quickly find the path and reduce hesitation and twists and turns. And getting out of the slump is easier. And second, during the operation, when there are obstacles, it can respond in real time and adjust the path. So this self-developed model is highly demanding on computing power. Only a platform with large computing power SoC can support its operation. So, just like X1, X2 also cooperated with Horizon, which is the top notch in the industry. We used the autonomous driving grade Sunrise processor into X5. The computing power of 5 trillion per second enabled X2 to have the highest real computing power among sweeping bot. And to train the enhanced learning of AINA model, data and model design are two challenging topics. First, we need to have massive data. This is the foundation of the algorithm. And for this, according to our more than 20 years of experience and accumulation, we used the algorithm simulation and generated millions of home virtual environment from China and abroad to train the model. Second, in model design, actually there are no cases to refer to in the industry. So once again, we need to start from scratch. We need to think about how to design the incentive mechanism of enhanced learning and try to minimize the gap between the simulated environment and real environment so that we can guarantee the best experience for the users. For each aspect, we have conducted deep thinking. For the core incentive mechanism, it needs to satisfy the real-time response, the smooth action, and efficiency and speed. To organically combine the three requirements, we conducted multiple rounds of exploration, inference, and verification, and finally decided on the incentive mechanism that fits the sweeping bot in the home environment. And with that mechanism, we went through hundreds of millions of trainings and conducted the enhanced learning in AINA model for Ecovacs, and we helped the bot to conduct very accurate and nimble path planning without relying on the map. So here is a comparison. You can see that with the traditional algorithm, when the path was interfered, the robot is hesitating and trying to explore. But for X2, it seemingly directly saw the change and responded really fast and found the appropriate path. The movement was really smooth. It seems like it's instantaneous, just like a human changing its course when they see the obstacle. So this change can not only fully enable high efficiency cleaning, and also it's the benchmark of the smartness of sweeping bot. I really love to watch this in the company. So nowadays, people are claiming that the robots can identify more categories of objects, and it misleads the consumer into thinking the more category, the more intelligent. But actually, object identification as the application of deep learning is just the start. But for the decision making and the actions after the decision making, those are the key that reflects the intelligence level of sweeping bot. So apart from the decision-making and actions, let's just talk about the category. But that is just meaningless involution of parameters. But with Ecovacs AINA model, deep learning, and enhanced learning, we believe that X2 can bring the thinking and recognition of generational change for the consumer and the industry. Apart from the square shape and the cleaning efficiency improvement, and also AI and the intelligence improvement brought by it, finally I want to introduce to you the third breakthrough point, which is the Eco Voice Assistant. In 2021, with Debot X1, Eco Voice Assistant was also launched. Right now, it already interacted with global Debot users for more than 200 million times. More and more users use Eco as the main way to boost and operate the bots. And their love for this function gave us confidence in further refine the experience of Eco Voice Assistant. With just one instruction, the sweeping bot can start working. The HMI is convenient and efficient. We no longer need to open the app. We don't need to do the complex configuration. That is our initial purpose in building the Eco Voice Assistant. In the earliest stage, Eco can only realize full house cleaning, but then, gradually, we realized the cleaning of a specific room and the cleaning of specific area under or around the furniture. It is always being iterated. At present, among the instructions of the consumers, around 62% are commanding the robots to go to certain rooms and areas to clean. And we also discovered that the stains or dirt on the ground, normally it takes place in an area without a name. For example, beside the couch and the table, or in between the TV cabinet and the tea table. More than 10% of the users are trying to use Eco instructions to clean the blurry areas. That means the users have very strong demand in using voice command to realize more refined cleaning. So this time, we need to do the improvement from two aspects. One is to think about how we let robots understand the space, the furniture, and the correlation in between the furnitures. And second, we need to continuously improve the capability of the robots to understand different habits of instructions. First, how do we let the robots understand the relationship of the location of furniture better? We need a clear furniture map. It is an innovative application of knowledge map in the home environment. When X2 established a map, it will treat the furniture and room as entities and establish a knowledge map that covers all of the furniture, room, and the correlations. And this is also another important breakthrough technology developed by ourselves. By our map generative algorithm built for home environment, we can help the robot understand the correlation in between the furniture and rooms. For example, on this picture, the table is at the corner of the living room, the opposite side of the bathroom, and also behind the couch. They're very complex, but we can use the furniture knowledge map and scan that. And when the user gives the instruction to clean in between the table and couch, X2 can find the area. When the furniture map concept is established, the robot needs to also match the possibly misleading instructions. For example, to clean the couch in the living room, or clean beside the couch in the living room. Our solution is that we self-developed a set of inference logic, so we can judge the intention and we can conduct the semantics breakdown and screen out the ambiguity and realize very accurate interpretation of complex instructions. Because the robot understands the location and understands the language, then it can perform the instructions. So let's take a look at the sentence. Okay, Eco used max water volume to mop around the shelf in the bedroom beside the living room. So maybe you're still thinking about what this instruction means, but Debot X2 can already take off and do the cleaning. The response is faster, the dialogue is smoother, it understands better, and the destination is more accurate. So this is the charm of the brand new Eco voice assistant. And I believe this is definitely the ceiling of HMI right now. So apart from the revolutionary innovations that I mentioned, Debot X2 also realized the 10 full function but smaller sized, the 10-in-1, the all-in-one Omni station, and also we have the breakthrough in the 3D map and ultra-large battery. Behind stage, there are more than 100 innovation patents for X2, and that demonstrated our capability and our attitude on innovation.
It's because we're focusing our values with users first. That's why we come up with this square-shaped sweeping bot. We hope through this kind of game-changing innovation, we can drive the upgrade of the whole industry. To be frank, maybe it's difficult to avoid copycats, but we always believe when you really start from the consumer needs, from the industrial development, our initial intention of Ecovacs is to continuously bring us to a higher level of sweeping bots. In addition to Debot X2, in the three-dimensional space of a home, Ecovacs has been exploring other robotic products. Now let's continue with our next chapter. The second Ecovacs domestic service robot product we are going to present to you is our Winbot, window cleaning robot. 12 years ago, Ecovacs has launched the first window cleaning robot. Now we're taking more than 60% market share, but we are not proud of ourselves. We want to continuously explore to do things even better in this field. So after our market research, we found for the current window cleaning robotic products on the market still has big gap from the ideal window cleaning robots in the user's mind. First, it's not easy enough. There are too many preparation steps before starting. Second, the cleaning is not sufficient. Usually, the edges are not cleaned very well. Usually, that's a pain point for the users. Third, consumers will still be afraid that the window cleaning bot might fall down when they are working at height. It's because they haven't found the ideal window cleaning solution. But if we want to promote the category development and enhancement of the penetration, we need to address those key pain points of the consumers. That's why we're going to bring you the brand new window cleaning robot Winbot W2, which also will be the biggest evolution and revolution of Ecovacs window cleaning robots. I'm sure it will significantly enhance the satisfaction of window cleaning products among the consumers. Now we're going to unveil the brand new generation of window cleaning solution with no limits. I think you should see this brand new Winbot compared with a lot of products on the market. The biggest change is it has an additional station. So this multifunctional station will bring a lot of revolutions. I will share about its purpose. If you haven't used window cleaning robot, maybe you don't know. It's very complicated to start a window cleaning robot on the market. First of all, most of the window cleaning robots will need to be plugged in, but it's difficult to find a socket next to the windows. Usually you will need to have additional power strips. Second, because the window cleaning robots are working on the facade, especially when they are cleaning external window out at height, we need to ensure that they will not fall down. This is very important. But for regular power cables, they cannot endure the tensile force when the robots are falling down. That's why you need to have additional safety tether to ensure safety. But actually, in reality, for the safety tether and power cables will be tangled. And every time when you are switching to different area, different window, you need to repeat these, which is very inconvenient, right? So these are the things that consumers haven't thought about before they purchase the product. And after they have purchased the product, this will become a pain point to prevent them from using that. I think this multifunctional station will be our answer to address those challenges. It has 4 new functions. First, it has an embedded large capacity lithium battery which can provide 80 minutes battery life for W2. Even if there's no socket next to the window, it doesn't matter. You just need to bring it to the window and take out and apply it on the window, and then you can use it. That can completely solve the problem of changing the cables. Second, in order to solve the problem of entangled cables, we have combined the safety tether and power cable together to make it a composite cable. That means this cable needs to be lightweight, but also it needs to be able to endure the tensile force when Winbot accidentally falls down. It needs to ensure it can endure the tensile force. The woven cover needs to have very high strength. But usually, if you want to have high strength, that will also increase its total weight and also increase the total deflection of the cables. That will create very strong resistance when you are recollecting the cables. That's why it's very difficult to choose the materials. It needs to have very high strength but also low friction factor. This is also a big challenge for our R&D team. But luckily, we have the best R&D team in industry. After several rounds of verification and testing, we have finally developed this high tensile resistance and high smoothness woven materials. It can achieve a tensile resistance of 1,000 Newton, which is equivalent to the force when 2.25 kilometers with heavy object falling from 6.5 meters. Third thing is, this composite cable of 5.5 meters can achieve wire rolling with a mechanical structure so that it can cover a large window with 4-meter width. And usually the cable will be extended with the movement of the machine when the robot is moving at different angles. Usually that will lead to resistance and slippage because of the traditional wire winder. But we have developed our own patented technology so that we can combine the function of coiling and release the cables, so it's safer than coil spring. When it releases the cables, it has adopted slip ring for limited drag so that it can rotate smoothly. It can prevent too high resistance. Because of this innovation of composite cable and brand new coil structure compared with other window cleaning robots, this multifunctional station can help you to save 2 steps, that is plugging in and applying the safety tethers. So this is an unprecedented revolutionary innovation which can significantly improve their experience. The fourth innovation I want to mention is we have applied a very reliable safety assurance for the station. At the bottom of the station, we have added a suction disc. When the machine turns on, the suction disc will be stuck to the ground, which will have a force equivalent to 40 kilograms. We have simulated more than 10,000 times of falling scenarios. So the station can capture the Winbot and prevent it from falling. So it can ensure it will be captured by the station when it has any accidental falling. In addition to the innovation with the multifunctional station and brand new experience to window cleaning robots, we have also have full upgrade with the body of the window cleaning robot. First, we have enhanced its cleaning capability. Before W1 series, most of the robots are using dry mops to clean, where the user will need to apply cleaning detergent and then clean the window. But the result is not so ideal. Usually there was a mark left by the robot. In order to solve this problem, we need to ensure the mop is always wet so that we can have better cleaning result. We will not leave any marks because of too high amount of dust. Because of this insight, our cross-auto spray in dual direction technology has came into being. It has significantly improved the window cleaning result and is well recognized by the users. But we believe this is not enough, because we found for the old water spraying technology, if the particle of the water is too low, it cannot sustain wind blow. When it's too big, it will wet the ground. And the coverage of the water spray is not even. Therefore, in order to achieve better window water spray results, Winbot W2 has upgraded 3-nozzle wide-angle spray atomization technology, which has integrated ultrasonic atomization and high-pressure spray technology. We can have a proper size of the water fog. It can resist wind. By optimizing the angle, distance, and water pressure, we can achieve coverage increase of 50%, and it can also have more comprehensive coverage of the window. The water spray homogeneity is increased by 100%. It is really a brand new experience. It can give you a cleaner window. After talking about this, we have also talked about another pain point of the users. That is about the edges of the windows. It's just like the sweeping board. The edges of the floor is similar to the edges of the ground and the windows. So the corners will accumulate dust. So usually for window clean robots, move on the window relying on 2 tractor threads. But sometimes there are some obstacles at the edges of the windows. Sometimes there will be air leakage when it is moving multiple times, so that the cleaning is not so sufficient. So we're going to further enhance our cleaning capability. We have fully upgraded the movement system of Winbot. I think the edge cleaning problem is finally solved. The brand new Winbot W2 will increase the motor torque by 40%. The material durability of the tractor thread is enhanced by 30%. Even when there's a lot of dust and wet mopping scenario, we can still maintain strong movement capability. We can optimize the front and rear bumper so that it can avoid those obstacles. These upgrades in the hardware and also software can be combined with the advantage of square shape for edge cleaning. The edge cleaning and dust accumulation of the windows will be significantly improved.
So through the revolutionary innovations, what we can feel is that W2 not only wipes more cleanly, it can adapt to all kinds of windows and glass shapes. From clean to cleaner to clean at higher efficiency, we can say that Winbot is always improving. Apart from the safety brought by the new multifunctional station, we further upgraded the W2 bot safe configuration to guarantee the working at high safety. So when Winbot is on, it will generate the suction power of 2800 Pascal so that it can absorb to the window. And when it rides on the frame occasionally, there's an air leakage. It will react in 0.04 second and conduct the pressure compensation and adjust the posture. And the floating cloth hold is our own patent. It guarantees that when there's outside force dragging on the Winbot, it can provide some buffer. And also on the 4 angles, there are opto-coupler sensor. And when it detects that when the Winbot is walking on the edge of the edgeless glass, it can react within 0.02 second and adjust the path. So from the robot body safeguard to the advanced safeguard of the multifunctional station, it can really help the users to enjoy the Winbot. It is definitely the constraint-free Winbot W2. And it is definitely bringing unprecedented window cleaning experience to the consumer and bring the industry into the window cleaning bot 2.0 era. Thank you. Very cool product. I hope that you can get it in your hands. So actually, after talking about the floor and the vertical surface, for Ecovacs, we still have more products. We hope that we can have multiple categories of robots at home to help you solve different cleaning concerns. After talking about X2 and the stronger W2, please follow me and let's take a look at the invisible but impactful air management at home. In 2014, the mobile air purification robot was released from Ecovacs, and then in 2021, Airbot Z1 was released. As the industry disruptor, we want to bring the brand new purification experience, and we always continued to educate the market. We try to tell users why mobile purification is more efficient than fixated purification, and we have got some recognition. During the time, we found that more and more air purifier manufacturers chose to install wheels under the purifiers so that the consumers can move it and thus improve the purification performance. And we can feel that the mobile demand is actually there. Ecovacs adhered to the mobile technology of robots. We wanted to build the multifunctional air management concept. This is actually very special in the market. We wanted to bring the new thinking and the new experience to the industry. So today, please allow me to bring you the last new product in the product release, Airbot Z2. Very beautiful product. The brand new multifunctional air purification robot Airbot Z2. Compared to the other traditional air purifiers, I can confidently say that Z2 has higher air purification efficiency. Besides, apart from guaranteeing the purification efficiency, within the limited robot body, it integrated purification, humidification, sterilization, fragrance, and breeze functions. It can definitely satisfy the multi-scenario and multi-dimensional demand. This is actually the masterpiece of the industry's prime. Why we dare say that Z2 has the highest air purification efficiency? The answer is still that it can bring the full house mobile purification experience brought by the autonomous moving of the robot, which cannot be matched by the fixated air purifiers. And in Z2, the mobile capability is upgraded to the new height, and it transferred from autonomous movement to smooth traverse. That provides the guarantee of the full house purification. And to realize the smooth traversing, on Z2, we conducted a lot of improvement in navigation and obstacle avoidance. In navigation, within the same home environment, there are some commonalities of different robots. So Z2 is also loaded with the DTOF navigation module, and it can realize the map, establishment, and positioning, and Z2 can understand its location at any time at home. But the real challenge lies in obstacle avoidance, because we cannot just copy the solution of sweeping bot, because this robot is bigger, heavier, and higher. So when it's moving, the probability of hitting different objects at different height is also higher. So this time, Z2 needs to conduct better recognition on different heights of objects. So we conducted different solutions. And we realized that one single sensor cannot realize that. We need to customize new solutions. So for Z2, we conducted the 3D TOF plus camera plus iTOF multi-sensor integrated solution, which is called IV 3D multi-dimensional sensory obstacle avoidance system. So in this system, 3 sensors are coupled so that Z2 can accurately capture the characteristics of different heights of objects. For example, when faced with furniture or mirror or other high objects, 3D TOF has 3 times of the detection distance compared to the structure light, and also 2 times of the detection angle of the structure light. And also it can generate a bigger plane emitter so that it can detect, cover the furniture. And 3D TOF sensor can form the point cloud that is 40 times that of structured light, and the recognition rate is much higher. So that's for high objects. But when it comes to shoe or weighing scale or dustbins and the lower objects, then we will use camera and the AI recognition capability to use the convoluted neural network, and we use millions of pictures to train so that we can satisfy the avoidance capability for Z2 in home. And also for the lowest threshold at home, we added 2 iTOF sensors which are 25 degrees to the vertical direction so that Z2 can more accurately detect the height of the threshold to know whether it can pass. And also we can conduct a downward detection of the stairs so that we can adjust the trajectory of the robot. So no matter how complex the ground is, for high, mid-height, or low objects, or for the frequently moving people or pets, Z2 can always move at 0.5 meters per second and conduct avoidance very accurately and move freely. And that was how we enabled higher purification efficiency compared to fixated purifiers. And our engineers conducted this comparison. So within a 3-bedroom room of 120 square meters, we inject smoke and disperse it evenly. So for Z2, it can travel freely in different rooms and quickly conducted the purification and reached the GB standard. The total time used was 75 minutes. But you have to know, with the same scenario, we used a fixated air purifier at more than 10,000 RMB with a CADR of 1,500, and we placed it in the room. To realize the same result, it needs to take 152 minutes, which is twice as much. So we dare say that Airbot Z2 is the highest purification efficiency product. So, with the assistance of the smooth traversing, we can realize different operation mode. For example, in the experiment, we used mobile purification. It can smoothly move in different rooms and conduct the purification. And then we have purify on command. So Eco voice assistant is also embedded in Z2. So with just one instruction, we can call it to a certain room. And also we have the follow me mode. Z2 can identify the human. So when you initiate this mode, the robot can follow you anywhere in home. So you definitely want to try that, a robot that follows you everywhere. And also you can tell Z2 to stop at anywhere you want and purify that place. So we know that the advantage of mobile purification is all round. And apart from that, let's take a look at the 5-stage rejuvenation system of Z2. So right now, the air quality is getting better, and our users' demand on air management is not just about PM2.5 and aldehyde removal. In recent years, the requirement by a consumer on humidification, fragrance, anti-allergy, and sterilization are increasing. So that means the air management at home is getting more complex, and the requirement is getting higher. So we need to cater to different needs. So let's take a look at the Z2 5-stage deep rejuvenation system. The first stage, which is also the foundation of air purification, the purification capability. For particles and formaldehyde, we use different filter design. We can have very good performance in dust removal and the aldehyde removal. So you can see that we have the multi-layer composite filter. The inner layer is HEPA, which is the key to removal PM2.5. For the height, the number, the gap, the cutting width of each layer is accurately designed to realize very high CADR. And then for the aldehyde removal, we use the modified coconut shell activated carbon and super active carbon as the carrier. Compared to traditional active carbon, this has better absorption power, which is the best aldehyde removal material. And also Z2 is loaded with amino acid deodorization crystal. We use the aminogen and the amino acid to react with the formaldehyde, and we speed up the decomposition of formaldehyde. Then we create the harmless water and hydroxymethyl derivative.
While we developed Z2, we not only have removed dust and formaldehyde, we also noticed that pet hair has become another factor that is impacting air quality because it can lead to allergy of respiratory ducts. According to our survey, we found among Airbot Z1 users, 25% of the users are pet owners. That's why we have prepared a deodorant pet hair filter for those pet-raising families. This filter uses a U-shaped air tunnel structure in combination with 360-degree air inlet design, which can ensure sufficient air inflow so that the pet hair and dandruffs floating in the air can go into the filter. Because the pets are everywhere, that's why the robots should also be everywhere to help you to solve the problem with pet hair and smells. By opening the outside cover, you can see the allergens are attached to the felt layer. It can be peeled down very easily, so it's very convenient for replacement. If you raise pets, we know that sometimes the smell can also be another potential issue. Traditional air purifiers claim they can remove smells, but most of the time they are using activated carbon. But that will also create some sour flavor. But our deodorant pet hair filter use multiple structure design of modifying coconut smell activated carbon plus super activated carbon. It is very efficient to remove smell source and allergens, which can really prevent odor, pollution, and smell and allergy. We also have another function that is dehumidification. So we have adopted the most healthy fog-free humidification, which can use molecular sieve evaporation technology to create water curtain. It can directly process tap water without creating white fog. Without triggering aspiration pneumonitis, it will not wet the furniture and floor around it. So 2 liters of water tank can ensure 12 hours of continuous humidification. But with water tank doesn't mean there will be some bacteria. That's why we also have a solution for sterilization. On Z2, we have a more comprehensive solution. Its air duct structure adopts H13 grade filter, can achieve 99.99% sterilization rate. In the water tunnel design, the wet pad has silver iron coating, which can significantly kill bacteria. In the inner side of the wet curtain, with the ring shape, it has an ultraviolet light, which can achieve real-time bacteria killing. So Z2 can ensure every breath of air will be safe and clean. The fourth function of this product is what a lot of female consumers would like, that is fragrances. On Z2, we have worked together with world top flavors and fragrances manufacturer Givaudan, who have customized 2 liquid fragrances for us, which are Lily and Amber and Citrus and Vetiver. While Z2 is working, the fragrance will be released through the sided air outlet. It can bring breezes, but also fragrant smells, which can be spread throughout the room. So the moving capability of the robots and the top-class fragrances working together, Z2 will bring better home atmosphere. So we are professional in purification. We also have the top-grade humidification solution. We also have the reliable sterilization solution, and also we have top-grade fragrances. And also the breeze is very comfortable. The 5 stages of the deep rejuvenation system of Z2, combined with its independent mobility capability, that will definitely bring your air quality experience to the unprecedented height. Airbot is a very good example to show how Ecovacs continuously bring the essential robotics technology into air purification products. We hope through the brand new Z2, we can bring differentiated experience of mobile purification, but also promote smart technology and robotics technology of the industry. After introducing X2, W2, and Z2, all these are game-changing new products. I'm sure you'll be surprised by their innovations. That is also what we are responding to the industry, which has a lot of competition and is a little bit noisy. In recent years, I think every one of us in this world has experienced a lot of noisy environment. But for me personally and all our colleagues at Ecovacs, we have been thinking, how can we utilize our products, our brands to solve problems and calm people's minds? Next, please allow me to bring you the final surprise to you.
你仔细听过清洁的声音吗？勤恳掸除懈怠，勇气服侍平凡，耐心清理杂念。时间既打磨表面的虚荣，也擦亮无需掩饰的棱角，展现生活本来的模样。所谓清洁，是在日复一日之间，让生活不断复原，重新归位。也正因清洁常在，我们才总是能够穿越嘈杂与纷扰，回归通透。带着轻盈的步履，始终笃定前行，专注自己的方向，不疾不徐，不偏不倚。谢谢你们，让我们静在方寸间，置身尘世外。可我司方形扫拖新旗舰Debot X2悠然上市。
I think after watching this video, you should be able to feel the calmness and how Ecovacs is coming back to its initial intention to cleanliness. This is the internal spirit of Ecovacs. We also are very grateful for our brand new global brand ambassador, Hugo, to join our family. We want to thank him to interpret the atmosphere of detachment from dusty affairs with the square shape. If you're familiar with Ecovacs, maybe you might notice that this is the first time for Ecovacs to launch Debot, Winbot, and Airbot at the same time. So we are always trying to bring the best home clean experience to our consumers. And the innovative strengths of Ecovacs robotics is well recognized by the consumers. Present here today, we have our media friends, KOLs, and our business partners and consumer representatives. Now, I'm going to unveil our latest product information. Debot X2 will start to be sold from today at the price of 5,399 yuan. X2 will also have its Pro version. We have equipped it with additional features like sewage identification system, fast charge function, and special consumables set with a price of 5,999. Airbot Z2 will also be launched online today at the price of 7,999 RMB. While Winbot W2 will be launched later this year, around December. Now you will be able to log on to Ecovacs official website and our partner platforms to learn more about the products. I think what we are launching today not just new products of Ecovacs robotics, but also showing our posture as a continuous leader of the industry. Detachment from dusty affairs is a clean state of mind we want to bring to the consumers, from living production to more extensive ecosystem. We want to serve more people, and we want to become the top-class robotic company worldwide. In the end, I want to thank everyone who have been watching together with us, either on-site or at home. I want to thank you for support for all these years to Ecovacs. So now we're coming end to our strategic new product launch for 2023. See you next year. Thank you.